Welcome to NIHL Radio 1 as we bring you live coverage of this game between the Blackburn Hawks and the Whitley Warriors. Last season's champions versus last season's runners-up. They've already faced each other this season with a 2-1 victory for the Blackburn Hawks. Stamp across onto his blue to Andre Payet, but he's pushed off in there by Ollie Lomax. Suddenly this is now with Dean Holland. He's just pushed off in there by Chris Butler and frozen on his line by Stuart Ashton. It seems to me that everyone is pushing Payet out of this game except Rhys Kenny-Witter.
Yes, I think that could be a deliberate move, and I mean, let's face it, if Rhys Kenny-Witter did go in there pushing him, it's going to ignite something, and that's not what either of them want right now. It's far too early in the game for this sort of thing. It's a goalless, scoreless game. If that's going to happen, it needs to be at a sensible time, and 7 minutes into a game is not that time.
Possession. This now is with Callum Watson. Gets it across to Crammond. Tries knocking again by Watson there. Suddenly Kippin's one-on-one shot and saved by Stuart Ashton. That was almost going for the 5-hole, but he just managed to drop into his butterfly pads and keep that from going into the goal. Now is Mikko Sirman. He's got Tom Parkinson in support. Decides to try and give it to Phil Mulcahy, but now David Longstaff on the left wing. He's got Watson in the centre and Dean Holland. Longstaff with the shot, and that is a goal. And that was all made by David Longstaff as he took it down the left wing and a fantastic shot.
Yes, he was rolling back the ears there, wasn't he? Any power behind the shot.
A real shame indeed for him. The Hawks have only taken one shot themselves so far after 8.5 minutes as this is round. Rick Bentham shot taken. Lawson.
Yes, he just seemed to kick at it with a rebound. So, but Lawson was on hand. He got up well, quick to get the second shot.
Searman. Oh, Searman nearly got the pass through to Tom Parkinson in the centre. But a bit of a fluff of it means that the Warriors and Kippin managed to get away. Suddenly Watson on the other end of the ice. Oh, that was a fantastic foot save there by Stuart Ashton. How he managed to get that kind of reach on it when Watson should have gone all the way around him. A great breakaway by the Warriors. From
yes, it was.
Across the blue to Dunco. Shot taken just off the leg of Liam Smedley. Shot and goal! Unreal from Rick Bentham. Incredible shot, and that looked as though it went through Lawson.
Yeah, it all came about with David Longstaff. He tried a long pass out of his zone, but it took a deflection off a Hawks player, so it kept in the zone. And Rick Bentham was on it like a flash, pounced straight onto the puck, and one time did pass Richie Lawson. And
waved off here as Bobby Collins was the first man to this puck. He's pushed up there in the boards by Liam Brown. Straight to Streetley, saved by Lawson. He came a mile off his line to save that. He saves it again there with a second shot there by, I think it was James Riddock. But he's unable to freeze it. This puck is still in possession here. Nick Oliver loses a skate. And suddenly we have a change of situation here as Jordan Barnes is going up the right wing. Rick Bentham is in a defensive position. Shot taken, just goes wide to Stuart Ashton. Out of the zone by the Warriors. But suddenly they're in a situation where Dean Holland gives it back. Shot taken and a save. He was robbed there. Andre Payet was robbed by Stuart Ashton. That should have been a goal. Pushed off it now by Jordan Barnes, and this puck is technically stray, being collected by Brown. Knocked in. Dean Holland shot.
It's in.
Wow. Outstanding goal from that angle by Dean Holland in the face-off circle on the Warriors' left wing. That game's signal. I will let you know as soon as I know when that game is live and available, as this is now in the Warriors' possession in front of the Hawks goals. Watson takes a shot. That's an outstanding glove save by Stuart Ashton there.
He just nonchalantly stuck a glove out and just plucked it out of thin air. Great save. He had every confidence. He knew where that puck was going.
Bounces it off the boards, gives it to Longstaff on the left wing. Longstaff comes onside, looking for the pass, gives it to Kippin. Kippin into the slot, shot taken straight into the chest of Stuart Ashton. And he seems to be a little unhappy there with his defence. He was shouting there at, I think it was Aaron Davis actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit harsh, I think, because Sean Kippin one-timed that, so not quite sure what Aaron Davis was meant to do and react that quickly.
Just now on the left wing, Harry Harley gets it forward to Dean Holland. Dean Holland gets it over the blue, just onside there for all of them. Shot taken. Oh, you could hear that come off Stuart Ashton's equipment, and that was a chest save.
Yes, it made a loud thud, didn't it? He wound up a huge slap shot, did Dean Holland, and Ashton did very well to get behind it, and we're going to have a face-off just to Ashton's right.
Crammond chasing this puck with James Riddock. Crammond has it, just turns on himself on the edge of the goal line to start forwards again. Interception by Bobby Collins. Collins with the shot. That hits Lawson high on his body. A save. Well done given the circumstances. Lawson came out very far then from his crease. I think these players are running out of steam. They're playing a long puck game again. Oh, it's Tom
Callum
Parkinson
Watson's going now.
Callum Watson and Chris Butler. Wow, Chris Butler is landing some, and so is Callum Watson. It's going to be interesting to see which one's going to win this. Oh, Butler loses his feet first. The Warriors fans stand up and give him a round of applause. That was a good fight all round. Chris Butler's a big guy.
Yeah.
Watson give a great fight.
Callum Watson's one of the most underrated fighters in the league. He looks small and you wouldn't expect him to be in a fight, but he can take a few punches. He'll let the first guy tire himself out, then he'll just come in with a flurry of punches and just floor his man. And that was a very good fight, actually. It was very evenly matched. And like you say, Butler just lost his feet in the end. But it was a good fight. Sean Kippin just having a bit of a joke with Butler as he leaves the ice.
It'd be interesting to see what that was about, because I wasn't entirely sure myself. But Chris Butler takes his place in the box, and they are the first penalties of the game. Yeah. I think it's...
And Andre Payet and Rhys Kenny-Witter having a little conversation now.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think it's going to happen now. They're just discussing whether to have a cup of tea later, I think. And,
yeah, I think Rhys is inviting him round for tea.
Yeah. Because I mean, at this stage as well, it's not good for the Warriors to take a penalty. They're the one holding the 2-1 lead. It's not a good time to take a stupid penalty.
Bobby Course now that gets that puck as Andre Payet goes back to the bench. We've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the second period. And that is a goal. No, it's not been given.
Whistle went before.
The offside had already gone.
The whistle went just a second before Bentham had turned and shot. And there's boos ringing out from the arena. The fans aren't happy with that. I can't say if he was offside or not, but I certainly heard the whistle went very early before Bentham had even received the puck.
Fully frozen from the resurface in the interval. Comes across. Lawson gets a touch on it. If he hadn't have got that touch, that would have carried on to Nick Oliver and he would have had an open net to shoot at. 2 minutes of play in the third period, and this has got the same tenacity, fantastic pace that we expected of the game that they had in the first period.
Yes, it is. The Hawks have started very bright.
Now trying to get straight into this action as Harry Harley has it on his stick. Gets it on the right wing. Smedley now collects this, goes over the blue. Into the centre for Watson. Watson with a shot, and that's a waffle save by Ashton. He just manages to keep it out of his top right-hand corner above his right shoulder. 14 minutes now remaining in this game. 2-1 still to the Warriors Monday or Tuesday evening if you want to watch any of this action. As that just sails over the Warriors' goal. It's in the middle of the goal, but there wasn't a stick on it there from Aaron Davis. He just couldn't put it past Lawson at all. Unfortunate there for the Hawks as they were trying to agonisingly get the equaliser, and suddenly, straight off the break, I can't believe it, that was a robbery there from Ashton as he stopped Kippin from taking a shot on the edge of the crease. For the Warriors, that's only his second shift of this game. Oh wow, suddenly we've got Mikko Seaman on a breakaway. Backhand! Oh, how did Lawson save that? He's lost his stick. Back to Mikko Seaman at the centre of the point. He's just centre of the blue line.
Jordan
and that's away by
well there as well. Just did enough to get some of the puck off the Blackburn Hawks player there.
Now 4 minutes remaining in this game. This is now suddenly with Bobby Collins on the left wing. He comes through onto Lawson into the centre. That's a goal for the Blackburn Hawks as Rick Bentham races in, gets his stick on the end of that puck, and it's 2-2 with 3 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the game. And that was some fantastic work down the left wing for Bobby Collins.
Yes, it really was, and that's what we were saying there with about the quality. Blackburn have the opportunity, they can do that, and players like Collins and Bentham, it's always possible, and the game's never won.
No. Trying to get it to Riddick. It's just out of the zone. The Warriors neutralised their own attack there as Crammon could have kept it in at the point, but ended up just tipping it over himself.
And there's a delay penalty call.
It's a delay penalty against the Hawks as Lawson races to the bench. Oh, suddenly! Oh, and there's nothing he can do with this because the second Corns touches it. Oh! Actually, he was very clever there, was Corns, because if he didn't have clean possession, he just poked it and it nearly went in the goal. Now the Hawks are disagreeing with this delay penalty. James Riddick's going to be making his way to the bench.
Yeah, 1:57 remaining, which means the Warriors will be on the power for a game-changing moment, certainly.
Payet wins this one, drops it back to the blue. Here's Holland, shot.
It's in! Warriors have scored!
Wow, Dean Holland there, the tip in there from the edge of the goal. I'm not entirely sure who the tip was. It might be Daniel Good, but the initial shot was from Dean Holland, and that is a power play goal.
Dean Holland's claiming it, I think.
His final score, Blackburn Hawks 2, Whitley Warriors 3.
Wow. Now we can breathe, I think. Yeah, what an end to what has been a fantastic game as well. A great advert of hockey for this league. Both teams giving everything, and